Denny Alfalda here, my child Dennis. Just giving some fast facts. Yes, I've just uploaded some videos and stuff, and as well as my tweets. I'm just gonna make some explanation, clear, so you can understand, and that's that. So I'm in a different location than I normally film, but anyways, I'm going straight to the point. The truth, the reality of things. I am not with Mr. Fowler, Raheem Fowler. I've never been with him at any point. I've never even kissed or anything. The most we've ever done was hug and flirting may have involved. Either unintentional or whatever, that's it. I am not saying we are together. I am saying this is what God has put me in, has called to me, and has declared, and the instruction He has given me. The things He has promised, the things I'm waiting on, and the things I've endured. Simple as that. If I was to be all about what I want, what I try to do, none of this would be it. I'd have attempted to enter this world, failed, and then I move on. Go do my acting. That one I might fail, but I keep trying a different way of doing my thing. All up to me, I do that. But this is not about up to me, and this is what all God has asked me. Okay, so I've noticed this is not the first time people have publicly shared to move on. A lot of people are telling me to move on. A lot of people are giving great advice. It has now become overwhelming that I've stopped talking to people that I normally talk to that brought help when I'm in these situations. Now it's just a burden because they're telling me to do things that are opposite of what God are asking me, and I'm exhausted. I am tired. I'm exhausted. And knowing my consequence of not doing what God asked is not something I want to take on. This is why I'm trying to be obedient. This is why I'm trying to do, but I'm not denying reality. If it was, as I said, it was up to me, I'd move on. I literally found, if it's the perfect guy, but the guy that the way I want it, honest. I don't have to question anything. He's clear. I like him, and I had to walk away. And if I've shared this on Twitter, but because not everybody who follow me on Instagram and my YouTube videos are all read my tweets. Right before I started falling for this guy, I went to church. I normally just stay home and praise God from there, because sometimes it's easier, the exhaustion of church weighs on me and I just need a break. So I went to church, and the sermon was on Saul, King Saul, and how God chose King Saul, and Saul was asked to kill witches and all those different things. And the sermon was basically about when you're called, be obedient, because if you're not and God turn His back on you, the opposite of that is the consequence many times when God turns His back and He regrets the decision, or He no longer speaks to you, is that you end up going far end, so much so as maybe even I could say the modern version of that is devil worshipper. Move from being a Christian God called to be a devil worshipper, right? And so that's what happened to Saul. Saul went from killing witches and what do you call those things? You know what I mean? To actually go into a witch to try and get information from a dead prophet that used to speak to him. And that throughout the whole sermon, God used to tell me be obedient. And in my head, I thought it was just the request God asked me before I came to Jamaica, which is go and consummate what He called married. So I thought that was the case. No. That was the week I started to fall for someone I met some months ago. And it's like God was like, what are you gonna do? As God already asked me, not to date, before he called me married, months before, not to date. And if you don't call me married, I have to move as such and act as such. I don't want to say things that will ultimately hurt the promises that would end up causing God to do opposite of what he promised. But here's the thing. If it was up to what would fix my problems at this moment, make me look less stupid, less obsessed, make me maybe happier, not have anxiety attacks, I would date that guy. I would get a job. I'll do so many other things, but I have to trust God. Here's the thing. The big question, the big factor. Am I going to trust God that has been guiding me for months? Am I going to lean on God, who has been for months telling me it's going to be okay, providing for me while I'm not working, while I lived in my car, why I didn't have money, while he make things happen that I am flabbergasted by, for these small things, for the bigger things. The same God that provided in the small moments for the bigger things, the things that make me look embarrassed. Not embarrassed, look obsessed, look stupid, look delusional. Leave me in a mental state that is just ridiculous. That's the point. Alright, now my surrounding is getting louder, so I'm going to end it here. But I've gone through months of struggles that God has guided me through, where either he himself marked his name on things, for example, asking me to go somewhere, which is the lobby of a hotel that I was staying at. Actually, let's start with before that, how I even get to the hotel. I was living in my car. Someone texted me and said God was telling me to message them for a while. Then when they messaged me, I was telling them my frustration, and then they tell me that God said to give me a certain amount of money that's like $25 more than what I normally get from the government. And God told me right after to go to the hotel. After 1 week, which is the amount of money that it could cover, God told me pack up everything, go in the lobby and wait. After 4 hours, I didn't know it was 4 hours. I was just getting frustrated. 4 hours of waiting. Someone came to me and said, you look frustrated. A voice told me to put you in a room. And not just that he said a voice, till he eventually said, you know that voice is God, which I knew was God, because right as he came to me, I was like, God, I want to pee, I'm hungry, and you said. And he came to me as I was about to say that. I've been through many of those situations like that, over and over and over, where God stamped his name, or he says something in his way, or do things, and he provides. If I can trust him for those things, for these things that make me look stupid, why can't I? It's just what it is.